Yeah, good evening, friends. In the today's session, we are just going with the start with Sonar Cube, and let's welcome to all the friends who are just going to be join the Dwarka Education. In today's session, we are just discussing about the Sonar Cube. Let's quickly just overview of the Sonar Cube is what exactly the Sonar Cube is. So Sonar Cube is, friends, basically an automatic review tool that will be identified to detect the bugs, vulnerabilities and the code smell. So let me just a little bit focused on the points. I think everybody of you know about the vulnerabilities, what exactly the vulnerabilities. So let me just explain for those who are new in the Sonar technology and with the security part. So vulnerability is, for example, when you write some code and there is some bug and the hacker can be just input some payloads and the common vulnerabilities, it will be identified those who are registered in its Sonar registry. So I will explain which part of the Sonar queue will be doing this part. And next one is the code smells. What exactly the code smell means? Code smell means assume you have written some code where sometime the developer will forget and the conditional statements and dead codes it will be identified. So it will be very helpful for those basic mistakes that normally the developer will do. So it will help to identify and try to resolve those problems. So let's start with Sonar Cube. Welcome to the today's session, and I hope in the today's session I was just covering a little bit about the installation till installation steps we will discuss in this session. In the next session we will discuss how we will integrate SonarQube with Jenkins, and in the next sessions we will discuss the SonarQube with different languages like Java, Python, Go, Node, React. We will integrate all these languages with Sonar and how we can see the vulnerabilities, the code smells, and the review how it did helpful to detect the bugs and all. So let's start. I don't want to be just uh, move into that. So this part, let me just explain. Basically, I'll just pick this part from original website of the sonarcube.org where you can get this slide. What the meaning of this slides and why I introduced this slide here. I just want to be give you an overall idea of what exactly the purpose of SonarCube and why it's very helpful for us. So the person that if you are seeing here, he's a developer and basically Sonar Links is a plugin that developer need to be just when he in its IDE so that the basic indentation and all bugs will be identified by the Sonar Links already in its IDE. So most of the IDE will provide this functionality nowadays. So you can avoid this part as well. So it's not an issue. So next part is when a developer written some code and he just committed code in any of the repository. Either it can be Bitbucket, either it can be the GitHub and any other repositories it can be. So from where finally what happened nowadays you have heard about the DevOps. The DevOps team will be helpful to building the pipelines, check in, check out, build and releases and scans of all. So now it's a responsibility of the DevOps engineer and the person that whatever code that you have committed in the Bitbucket will be picked by the Jenkins, and Jenkins will automatically do the build part. So the issue is when we use the word automatic and we'll use it will be whenever we commit on that. So the part is who will be responsible, what kind of the vulnerabilities, what kind of the code review qualities and all. However, when a person commit in the code repository, someone reviewer will review the code, but sometime the reviewer will not able to identify all the cases, and it will be so it will be better approach when we are doing the development environment. We have the Jenkins, so we can configure the SonarQube with along with Jenkins, and the Jenkins will send a notification to the developer so that he can just identify in the base code that whether he's written some buggy code, whether he's some written some error in the codes or any kind of the vulnerability in its code. So it will be very helpful for the basic steps. So let's discuss how we can do that and how it will be helpful. So I think the overall the idea we will configure and we will set up the entire process flow, and I will show you step by step. So let's start in the next step. So why introduce this slide? The purpose of this slide is basically most times we are using the Sonar versions. So today I am installing 7.9.1. So I'm assuming within next month I will get some more releases by the Sonar Cube. So what exactly the version means, and when we need either we need the patch, either we need the entire update of the entire Sonar Cube application, and the versions is very important for because you are using the previous version in of the Sonar, and newer versions will be coming along with the updated vulnerabilities and updated database. Either you can update it, either you need to be just update the packages as well. So it's very helpful. So let's understand basically the 7 stands for the major version, 9 stands for the minor version, and 1 stands for the patch releases. So what means of the major version? Major version represents the series of releases with high level objective of a release cycle that Sonar Cube will release. So right now the basically the LTS version of the Sonar is 7.9, and in future when the Sonar when release another feature, so it will be the 8.0. In case if there is any corresponding incremental functionality change and a major cycle change will be, that will become as a minor. Any organization will plan like this. In every 3 months, they will releases an application major version, and in between the major version, they enhance some functionality based on the client requirement, on based on the bugs. It will be go into the minor version, and some patch releases will be the some urgent and critical blockers due to which the Sonar Cube will be not used by, and it will be causing some vulnerability assessments and all. So it will be just go into the release patch, this patch release management system part. So I hope you can understand about the release and all. So let me just move into the next part. So this slide I also picked from the original website of the Sonar. So basically what this stands for, that it explains the architecture. Architecture means we have integrated the scanner part. The scanner part will be go inside the CI/CD, whatever the pipeline that you are using. The scanner and the language analyzers will be will analyze the source file, and via you have a different server where you have installed the Sonar. So via HTTP it will be sent a report, and based on that report the web server will just run its compute to find, and from the database it will identify the vulnerabilities part will be registered in this section. It will be just running the multiple compute engines to run your scan reports, and find out what kind of the vulnerabilities and what kind of the code snaps in smells in your source code. So it will be very helpful, and finally it will just generate the report and send back to the CI/CD pipeline. So I will show you and I will demonstrate you each and every step. So let me just explain. Today I'm going to focus on this part. Basically we just do the installation of the Sonar Cube, and based on the installation in the next session we will configure the CI/CD for a specific language, and then integrate with the Sonar server. And okay, let's start. So this is the official website of the Sonar, where you can just go and download the Sonar version. So I just click here, either here, it's your choice. Go here and you will find the a lot of the versions will be there. The version 1 will be the community version, developer version, enterprises version. I don't want to be go inside it. You can just go on the website and you can just review whatever you required. As of now, I'm just moving for the community version. Community version is open source and free. So I have downloaded in my system the community version, and I'm just explaining you about the community version. This, apart from that, any version that you will download, same is be there. But in case of the enterprises version, you have the big teams and big projects. So in case you have to one part that you need to do multiple servers you need to configure for the SonarQube, that will be helpful for you. So I will not moving on enterprises architecture right now. In the next session, when we will complete the entire this sonar, then we will come on the enterprises part. So let's just come on the community version. So here I have downloaded it. After downloading it via wget, I can just get the link from here and write. Wget is a command in Linux. If you are using Windows user, no issue. The steps you can just click over here. The file will be download. You can extract it. But I am using Ubuntu. So what I have done, I have just wget the uh, entire whatever the path I'm getting from here and unzip that part. After unzip, I'll go this files. One is the copy, bin, config, data, elastic. So by default it will be using the elastic. If you want to change, you can change. Extensions will be the plugins you want to add in it. And lib, libraries, logs, log files will be there. Temporary folder at the web. And next one is if let me just keep this slide.